Welcome back. In this session, we will learn how to create UVs and layout them. Let's start by creating a cylinder and placing it on the grid. UVs are used to map texture onto a 3D model. To create UVs, we use the UV editor. You can open the UV editor by clicking the icon on the shelf or by going to the UV menu and selecting a UV editor. Another option is to open it from the window modeling menu. The UV editor displays a 2D workspace where we see a grid marked from 0 to 10 forming a squares that we called UDMs. The UDM grid extends along the X and Y axis up to 10 units, providing a space for arranging the UVs. When creating UVs, we start from the first UDMs, which ranges from 0 to 10. Let's apply a Lambert 2 material to the cylinder. Here we can use a checker texture to evaluate the UV stretches and check for resolution issues. The cylinder has some default UVs, but we will create a new UVs using the available tools. In the UV cut tool, we can see tools for selection, soft selection, transform, create, cut and sweep, unfold, align and snap, and arrange and layout. Under the cut and sew drop down menu, you will find the cut and sew option as well as a tool menu, view, tools and modify. There is also an icon to toggle texture on and off, so we can check our texture layout by clicking on this icon. In the UV menu, we have additional tools for creating UVs. Let's try using planar mapping and explore its options. There are options for mapping to the best plane, bounding box, or projection from the XYZ axis, and even the camera. We'll project a bounding box on the Y axis and go to the UV shell, where we can select all the UVs. Next, select the edges and cut the UVs. Move the top and bottom UVs aside. Then select the middle faces of the object and apply a planar map using the best plane option. We also have an option to unfold the UVs, which can be found under the Modify menu. To quickly access this, hold Shift and right click to find the option. Ideally, UVs should appear in blue. If they are red, we will need to flip them using the flip option under the Modify to adjust their orientation. In the UV toolkit, we have similar tools as those found in the above menu, such as tools, create, cut and sew, unfold, align and snap, and arrange the layout. Soft selection helps in adjusting the UV smoothly. In the transform tool, we have pivot settings and movement options. Under tools, we can rotate, scale, flip and adjust Texel density, which set the UV's resolution. In the create session, we find tools for automatic cylindrical, planar and spherical mapping, which are also available under the UV menu. Cut and sieve tools are used to separate or joint UV edges. We can also use shortcuts, hold shift and right click to access these tools. The align and snap tools helps with UV's alignment and snapping. Arrange and layout tools organize the UVs within the UDM grid. Options include stuck shell, unstuck shell, stuck or orientation and stuck similarly. Finally, the layout tool arranges the UVs within the UDM grid. We also have a textile density under tools to set a consistent density across a UVs. Here is an example model with UVs already created and textures applied in Substance Painter. If we examine the UVs, we see that moving UVs can disprove the texture placement, highlighting the importance of accurate UV layout for texture to map correctly. Texture placement relies heavily on the UV layout. This concludes our session on UV layout and tools. I hope this has provided a solid foundation for understanding UVs. Thank you everyone.